Bad boy, they are attractive for some reason to lots of people.
Most nice guys are just scared. They're scared to say anything that might upset you. They're scared to set boundaries in their relationships. Maybe they're even scared to make a move on you. So they just become your friend and they just sit in the friend zone and wait for their shot.
I like guys who's like bold, ambitious, really make me feel this guy's attractive. Girl definitely should do it.
Intelligence is very important.
When you are driving, when you stop in traffic, don't just listen to music, because music will not help you grow. I feel guys, they kind of difficult to stay loyal in one relationship. Femininity has different definition. Like girls can have their career, but also be like pretty. Women has lots of pressure. They have to be pretty.
Guys should be secure enough to tell you what they're emotionally feeling, but at the same time, guys need to be able to take their feelings and put them somewhere while they fix the problem.
Look is not the only thing. Definitely not the only thing. I feel for guys is their mindset.
Welcome to Unattainable. Glad to have you with us. I'm your host, Zach Evans. And first of all, thank you to all of our listeners. We've been getting a ton of growth and engagement over the last couple weeks, and we got to thank you guys for that. Today, we got a special guest on the show. This is Jocelyn. Jocelyn, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself to the audience, your name, what you do, and your star sign.
Hi guys, I'm Jocelyn. I'm currently working as content creator, and I'm Gemini. People say Gemini is toxic, but I am
toxic.
not.
Sure.
Maybe, I don't know.
I didn't believe in signs until I started meeting Geminis, and they were all toxic.
Wait, oh my god, tell me about it.
I've only had a drink thrown in my face twice in my life.
Okay.
Both of them were from your people.
Okay.
But by the way, I don't.
Wait, my people? You mean
the Gemini?
Asian?
No,
Gemini. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. How was it?
Horrible.
Like I don't think I am toxic, but I have Gemini friends.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're kind of toxic for some reason. They're kind of crazy, but it's like crazy and fun.
But just your friends, not you, right?
I'm not. Maybe you should find out. God.
By the way, I don't judge. I used to be a very toxic individual back in
really?
my villain era.
What happened?
My fuckboy days.
Oh my god, what happened?
Here's the thing. I was a professional fuckboy back in the day.
Oh really?
Not like these amateurs, these Gen Z you see nowadays with a little TikTok hair and riding their bird scooters around town, you know? Y'all fall for dudes that have a bed that touches two walls. I do not know what a nightstand is. Why are you dating these losers?
I think so. I think bad boy, they are attractive for some reason to lots of people. Yeah.
Are you attracted to bad boys?
I think I used to.
Not anymore. You got your heart broken too many times or what?
I guess. I don't know. Because I feel bad boy, they are fun. Because they are like, they know what they want for their career and they know how to have fun. They know how to talk to different people, not only women, but also men. And they know how to party. They know how to make friends, social, like get what they want. I think that's make them attractive.
The reality is most guys who are nice, and girls all the time say, I love nice guys. I'm like, no, you don't. I never see you with nice guys ever. Most nice guys are just scared. They're scared to say anything that might upset you. They're scared to set boundaries in their relationships. Maybe they're even scared to make a move on you. So they just become your friend and they just sit in the friend zone and wait for their shot. That maybe one day she will figure out the asshole's the bad guy. And like a Taylor Swift song, she will finally find her true love, which is me.
Definitely. Also, I feel another thing about bad boys more attractive is because I feel when things come to chemistry, you need something like adventure, something fun, something like jump out of box type of thing. I feel good boys, they will not do those. So the bad boys did those things and the girls love them. Let me see if I have example. Like, I feel for good guys, sometimes they only take girls to like very standard date. But I feel like I saw one of my friend, her boyfriend take her to like the high-rise building, the top floor for her first date. That's very exciting.
But what? Just for dinner or drinks?
No,
they jumped off.
They're doing like adventure things. So they went to like abandoned building.
Oh,
have like adventures for their first date. I think that's
I'm sorry
interesting.
to tell you this, Jocelyn. This is how you end up getting kidnapped.
Oh,
you have some guy, yeah, let me take you to this abandoned building. Next thing you know, you're on one of those shows where they're like, Jocelyn, we haven't seen her in 48 hours.
That's true. But I just feel like standard things, I don't know, for me, sometimes I think it's just like
boring.
Boring.
What's the most adventurous first date that you've done?
Let me think about it. I think I haven't got any yet. That's why I'm still single.
You're waiting for the right
Wait,
bad
I'm
boy.
actually waiting for someone take me to like abandoned building for the first date.
Oh my God.
Without kidnapping me. Seriously, you know?
Or maybe he could be really adventurous and he could actually kidnap you. And then he could really be a bad boy and you'd be like, oh my God.
I remember like there's a one date. This guy, he took me to Santa Monica. So he was like racing all the way to Santa Monica. I think that's kind of fun.
And you're like, oh, that's so hot.
I'm like, oh, that's so hot. I love it.
What about tattoos? You like tattoos?
Tattoo? Yeah, I think tattoo is super cool. Yeah.
Let's go. What's your type? We'll start with looks.
Looks?
Yeah.
Looks, I like, I definitely have something. I like guys who's like bald.
Really?
Like shorter hair.
Interesting.
Yes. I like guys with
like
shorter hair.
Losing their hair.
Not losing their hair. Like short.
Clean cut.
Clean cut. Yes. That's how you call that. I like hair, clean cut, and what else? Oh, I like guys with like puppy eyes. Like Jack Hollowed. Like Jack Hollow, but also ambitious as Jack Hollow. Yeah, my type is Jack Hollow.
Interesting.
But with
because he's smooth, he kind of
hair.
has a bad boy sense to his vibe.
Yeah, but he also has like nice. I think he has combination between nice boy
like a safe bad boy.
Yes.
I see.
Yeah.
What about height?
Height?
Do you care about height?
I don't.
You date a guy shorter than you?
Yeah, on the same height probably. Yeah. But I have something to say about this.
Okay.
I think short kings definitely deserve more chance.
But not from you. From other girls.
I don't mind height. I don't mind height.
Okay.
Yeah. But like all of my friends, they all have standard for height. They only want guys, no matter how tall this girl is, she always want guys like 5 feet, 6 feet, 7 feet. But I do think short king over there, they deserve more chance.
I dated the first fashion model I dated. She was 5'11", so 3 inches shorter than me, but with heels, it's like pretty close. And she told me in her past she would only date basketball players, NBA players, stuff like that. And she was like, Zach, I got fucked over so many times by these guys that her next boyfriend was this 5'8", the short king, right? And she's like, I'm like, what happened to him? And she's like, well, one night I had a couple glasses of wine and he was coming over. And she's like, he opens the door and she's like, Zach, I gave him a hug. I picked him up and I spun him around and I watched his little legs flail out. And she was like, after that moment, I lost all respect for him. And I was like, that's your fault, but I get it. I understand because I prefer a girl who's shorter than me for sure. Because I like kissing down. Like if I'm kissing a girl, I want her. It just feels right. It just feels better.
Yeah, and I feel if guys taller than girls, you feel like you got protected by the guy. Yeah. I don't know, but I feel short guys, they also have like lots of them are very smart and very successful in their business or career.
So you've said successful a couple times. Does money play a role in terms of what attracts you to a guy or his level of success in his career?
I think ambitious really make me feel this guy's attractive. Like he really, really want to do something and he will try not whatever it takes, but he still have his standard and morals to achieve his goals. I feel all the guy I date in the past, they have that trial. They have that trial. Like they will take whatever get to get what they want. I feel that type of personality really attracts me.
I see.
How about you? What's your ideal type?
Well,
From the look.
from looks,
Yeah.
I definitely like girls who are shorter than me. I like,
But like how short? Like this or like...
I mean, ideally probably 5'6", but it doesn't have to be. But the thing is, it's interesting because for my ego, I like girls who are really tall.
Oh,
like
yeah.
when I walk in a room and people see me and then the girl that like turns heads, right?
Yeah.
But from an actual visceral attraction standpoint, that's something I'm just attracted to. It's like a little bit shorter. And I like very like petite girls, like very fit girls who work out, girls who go to the gym. My dad's a gym teacher, so I grew up very much like that. Because the reality is there's a difference between girls who are skinny because they don't eat, and there's a difference between girls who are skinny because they work out. And
I agree.
a lot of times in clothes you don't notice because girls wear shapewear and push-up bra and this and that. But then at the end of the day, if you're skinny because you don't eat, your body just doesn't have the same shape to it.
Yeah, I personally, I don't like skinny figure that much. I like girls with, fat over.
Oh, you're into guys or girls, I mean.
Oh, no. But I feel for me as a girl, like I don't want myself to be like super skinny. I think girls should be more like a little bit fat at the right place,
I mean, depends where the place is.
Yeah, so I'm saying like right place, like boobs or like butts. Yeah.
Do you work out?
I do. But I was taking break lately, but before I go to gym like every day. I like the thick women figure, that type of thing.
Let me see your muscle. So mostly leg day then.
I was like going climbing gym before.
Rock climbing gym.
Yeah.
Do you lift weights? Do you do the...
I do.
Okay.
I lift weights and I
good.
climb the rock. It's so fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of girls are scared to lift weights because they think they're going to get buff or something like that.
No, girl, definitely should do weight. It's definitely
agree.
help. Yes. And I feel going to the gym also make your skin tighter, look young.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
All right, so we got your looks. What's your type personality wise?
Personality. I like guys who is like ambitious, but also has value families, value his community,
Interesting.
value his friend. I hate guys would like sleep with his friend's girlfriend, type of thing. I know this happened a lot in LA, but I feel
It does.
I just
Not
feel,
with my friends, but
Yeah.
I've heard stories.
Yeah, so I just value that.
I see.
How about you?
So intelligence has become increasingly important. Back when I was a fuckboy, I didn't care. I was just, you're hot, okay, cool. That's all I cared about. And I've kind of graduated and matured from that. And now intelligence is very important. Not from a standpoint of you went to college or you read a lot of books, but someone who is emotionally and socially intelligent.
Yeah, I'll agree.
Somebody who's interested in psychology and interested in having deep conversations about why people the way they are. Like it's intellectually stimulating to me.
Yeah, definitely.
And otherwise, I'm just bored. Like when I was in my 20s, I'd be on these dates where I'd just be like bored for just 4 hours. But it was like in my 20s, I was just trying to get laid. I was at that stage in my life, so I didn't care, whatever. Get through the conversation. Whereas now I need a girl who's like intelligent.
Yeah, totally agree. I also attract guys are very like intelligent and he's can adapt to different topics and he can I think that's
intelligent?
fun. Do you think so? What do you think?
Time will tell.
Yeah, time will tell.
We'll
The
see.
audience will see.
We'll see. Interesting.
Yeah.
What about
But I do like reading books. I do like reading books. I finished about like 50, 60 books last year.
Good for you.
Yeah.
Like picture books or?
So I was doing audio.
Oh, audiobooks.
Audiobooks.
Okay.
Highly recommended, guys. Like when you are driving, when you're stuck in traffic, don't just listen to music because music will not help you grow, I feel.
You do like nonfiction, like
Non-fiction.
business books, stuff like that?
Yeah.
Interesting. Interesting. Do they help you with your content creation career?
I feel
Marketing,
it helped
business?
me a lot. It helped me better understand lots of things. And I feel it opened my mind because it gave me like different direction. Like how do you think of certain things or certain concept or lots of things.
I see.
Do you like to read books?
I'm more audiobooks as well.
Yeah.
Just when I'm driving, making breakfast, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But I think books can be a little bit overrated sometimes in terms of they can teach you things on a like intellectual level, but you have to do the things to really understand them, and you have to put in the work to really understand the meaning behind them.
Yeah, exactly. And I feel because different people have different characters, different experience. So definitely I think they should apply the concept actually to their real life to become their like knowledge and part of them. Yeah, I agree what you said. And also I feel nowadays there are like so many books. Lots of times, lots of books, they're talking about same topic over and over again. So I feel you have to pick the right book for you.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So I'm curious. You mentioned like you like guys who are successful, stuff like that. You live in LA. Have you dabbled in the whole sugar daddy world here?
I haven't. I don't know. But I have friends. They are in that world. I feel all the friends around me, they're pretty like independent. Maybe they're doing like social media, OnlyFans or things like that, but they are very independent. They don't rely on men.
I see.
Yeah.
Interesting. I got accused of being a sugar daddy one time. I've never done it before.
Would you consider?
No.
Be one?
No, I don't think so.
Wait, so sugar daddy just means like when he pays you, you come.
Yeah.
Right?
So here's the interesting thing. Okay. So I'm from Wisconsin, right? Okay. I was brought up very chivalrous. If I'm taking a girl on a date to dinner, like I'm paying for it. Nowadays, guys are, splitsies, let's split the bill. I don't do none of that shit. It's weird to me. If I'm walking on the sidewalk, I'm going to walk on the car side. So, if a car comes, I can, stop it with one hand, protect my girl with the other. Like very chivalry stuff, right? So if I'm traveling, and oftentimes I'll take a girl I'm dating to Europe or Australia or Asia, something like that. Like I'm paying for it.
But does that consider sugar daddy?
That's the thing. So one of my friends, she has like 10 sugar daddies. She's like, this guy buys me purses. This guy, pays my rent, all this stuff.
Sign me up. I need one too.
Yeah, I'll put you in contact with her. And one time we're talking, she's like, Zach, every guy's a sugar daddy. And she says, some guys pay for drinks. Some guys pay for dinner. Some guys pay for Louis Vuitton bags. Some guys pay rent, right? She's like, every guy's a sugar daddy. There's just high class and low class sugar daddies. And I was like, it was an interesting perspective on things.
Definitely. Yeah.
Now, where I draw the distinction is any girl I've taken on a trip, it's never the first time we're hanging out. It's never, hey, please hang out with me. I'll take you on this trip. It's always, we're already dating. We're seeing each other for 3-4 months. She's already into me without the trip. And now I'm taking her on a trip. Yeah. Whereas if I just buy her a purse when I first meet her, it's kind of like, please like me. Here's a purse so you will like me. Which I don't like that dynamic in a relationship.
I don't think you need to.
I don't need to.
You don't. You got the look. You got the the career. Yes.
And it's interesting. So what do you think about like traditional male-female relationships where, the man is kind of the breadwinner, makes the money, and then the woman is more of like takes care of the house, takes care of the kids, like that kind of thing?
I feel like back the old day, because women are not allowed to work, so they have to depend on their husband, no matter what the husband request is. But I feel nowadays, because women got more like opportunity to work, and they are done with, and I feel guys, I'm not trying to talk bad about guys, but I feel guys, they kind of difficult to stay loyal in one relationship. I feel most guys are like that. Because so women don't want to be the women always behind the men. I feel nowadays they want to have the freedom to decide who they want to be with, who they want to work. So I feel nowadays, the relationship changed. Women has more power to make money. So maybe one day some men depends on women too. I don't know.
So you're saying kind of you would be happy in the feminine role, but you need a guy who's masculine enough to be loyal and take care of his shit, be successful, make money, be loyal, and then you would be happy in the feminine role. Or no?
Yes. And I do think also femininity has different definition. Like girls can have their career but also be like pretty. Or even they have like very successful like business women, they can also be pretty. They don't need to be like they don't need to have like tough images to be like a successful women, business women. So I feel there's like more definition to female energy now. It's not limited to the old stereotype of women cannot work, women have to stay home. Like, so I feel it just like more direction right now.
So the problem with that is, I agree with you, in today's society, girls are being pushed, be like Beyonce, be strong, independent
Oh my
women.
God, I feel girls has more, but I'm definitely happy to listen to your view of this. Because I feel women has lots of pressure. They have to be pretty. They have to be a good mom. They have to be like good career. They have to be super fit after they give birth. I feel people will judge if you become ugly after giving birth. People will judge you. I feel like girls just like so many pressure. They have to be a good mom. They have to, I just feel girls have lots of pressure nowadays.
Well, it's interesting because, so what happened is, I agree with you to some extent. So with all this female empowerment stuff, right? Girls are being told, be a boss bitch, all this stuff. And a lot of girls develop that attitude. I'm a boss. I run shit. More of that masculine energy, right? But the problem is, if you're going to be a boss and you want to have the boss attitude, you have to be able to accept the boss responsibility.
Exactly.
And the boss responsibility comes with pressure. It comes with doing things you don't want to do. It comes with, my employees don't like me because I'm making them do things they don't want to do, but I have to be the bad guy and say, hey, too bad. You don't like me. You're talking shit behind my back. You're my employee. You need to do what you have to do, right?
Yeah.
So the problem is girls are wanting this boss attitude without the responsibility. And guys also watch 3 Andrew Tate videos and they're like, I am the alpha.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what are you the alpha of? Your video game team? Like, are you the alpha of the Wendy's you work at? Like, you can't just proclaim yourself the boss. Nobody is taking responsibility. And that's the problem in relationships.
Yeah, exactly. And I feel some guys, they want to be powerful by disgrace women.
Yeah.
And even some women, they want to disgrace men to be more like boss lady. I think that's just not correct, I feel.
Yeah, well, what happens a lot of times that I see in relationships is there will be a guy and the girl will kind of be taking charge and planning everything and taking the masculine role. And the guy feels emasculated because he feels like, man, this girl is telling me what to do. She's bossing me around. And so they kind of shit on women then. When in reality, the reason that girls are taking these roles oftentimes is because the guy's not enough of a man to take the role himself. So now there's just this role, somebody has to fill it. Girls are kind of confused. They're like, I don't know what to do. Well, I guess I'll plan everything because you're not planning anything. So then the girl ends up being the leader. The guy feels bad about it. He doesn't even know why he feels bad about it. And I think that happens a lot of times.
Yeah. And do you feel like guys nowadays, they're more less like masculine as before?
Yes.
Because I have lots of friends, they're like younger. They're born in like 2001, things like that. They want to find a rich, older lady. Not lady, like female.
Like a sugar mama.
Sugar mama type of thing, which I feel it's weird.
Where are you finding these guys?
There's a lot.
I agree
like
with you.
online, you can say like people complain about they're having like a younger boyfriend and they already start asking gift from their like older sugar mama type of thing. I'm like, really? Like,
that's because this new generation is so coddled, right? All the you can even see parents nowadays, their kid will be throwing a tantrum in the grocery store. If I ever did that when I was young, My dad would chew me out and be like, get the fuck over here, blah, blah, blah. Nowadays, parents are like, oh, are you okay? Let's talk about your feelings.
Oh, yeah.
And so these men aren't developing like basic like ability to handle emotions, ability to like do shit, and everybody's just crying all the time because they were brought up like that. And it's just like kind of like sad to me.
Yeah. I feel I do agree like guys should be taking care of their feelings too. But I just feel maybe I'm like more traditional. I still feel guys should be like manly, masculine, taking more responsibility. Because I just feel like physically, guys are more strong than women. Imagine like guys can lift very heavy things, but women just cannot. That's like physically different. So for me, I still wish guy can be more like masculine type of thing.
So you typically go for the more masculine guys.
I would say that. But don't you feel like nowadays in movie, I didn't say much actors they are that masculine no more, right?
Every movie nowadays is the opposite.
Yeah.
Every movie like take like the teenage high school movies, right? There's always the masculine guy and he's the star quarterback of the football team. And they make him into the biggest asshole and he pushes the wheelchair kid down the stairs and he's a bully and all this stuff. And then there's always the little simp guy who puts his helmet on and rides his scooter and he's like very shy. And then in the movie, the girl always is like dating the football player at the beginning. And at the end, she starts dating the simp loser guy. And so all these guys think, oh yeah, if I'm all emotional and fucking basically if I become a pussy, girls are going to like me. And then girls don't because they're not attracted to that. And then everybody demonizes the masculine guys because they've been portrayed in this way that is actually incorrect by all these movies.
But for me, I like guys masculine, but also talking about their feelings. Do you think this is contradictory or no? Contradicting. Yes. It is?
It's more complicated than that.
Okay.
So to some extent, guys should be secure enough to tell you what they're emotionally feeling. But at the same time, guys need to be able to take their feelings and put them somewhere while they fix the problem. Like if something happens and a guy loses his job, right? And he just comes home crying, babe, my boss is so unfair. What do we do? Babe, we have a daughter to feed. We got bills to pay. What are we going to do? You know, you come home the next day, he's on the couch with a glass of wine, watching reruns of Love is Blind with a fucking ice cream in his hand. Oh my God, my boss is so unfair. That's not going to work. Whereas if there's a guy who's like, hey, babe, I lost my job. I'm upset about it. But guess what? Tomorrow I'm going to wake up at 6 a.m.
I like this.
It's like I can acknowledge my feelings. But the reality is my actions is going to be me ignoring my feelings and doing the appropriate steps of what it takes to win.
Got it. It makes sense.
I'm very smart, yes.
Yeah. But I still feel like guys is masculine, but you can also feel his soft side. That's cute.
Interesting.
Yeah. How about you? Do you like boss lady or more like...
No, I like very feminine girls.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's interesting because I'm an entrepreneur and I always thought I want an entrepreneur girl too, because like we can like, we're building our businesses together, blah, 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 blah. And I realized that it's not about wanting somebody in a certain career path. It's about wanting someone with a certain temperament, right? So most girls who are entrepreneurs are very masculine. They're very hard charging and got to get shit done, blah, blah, blah. And that doesn't work for me, like relationship wise. Like I'm not attracted to that personality type. I respect that personality type, but I'm not attracted to it. So the ideal for me would be to find a girl who's an entrepreneur
and also feminine,
but also very feminine, which is rare to find.
I think that's my goal. Being like have a successful career, but also like feminine
energy at home.
Yeah, not like even outside with your, because I feel feminine energy. They're like water, you know, like very soft, but also really strong. So that's my goal for myself to be like that.
Good for you. How old are you? You're very confusing.
Really?
Yes.
I cannot say my age.
You don't have to.
Okay.
Because you seem like you're like mid-30s, but you look like you're like 20 with a fake ID. Like
I'm not in mid-30.
that's like your personality though.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
You look very young. So I don't know. Like, I'm like, do we talk about investing or like doing Molly at Disneyland? It's very confusing.
Let's talk about both. How about that?
What's? Let me ask you this: what's the oldest and youngest you've dated in relation to your age? Like, how much older was like the oldest guy you've dated?
Oh my god, I've dated the youngest guy I date is like 5 years older, 5 years younger than me.
Really?
Yeah, the oldest guy I dated is only 3 years older than me.
That surprises me.
I guess I just like younger guys.
The reason it surprises me is
Not really. I'm just joking.
Despite all of your obvious red flags, you seem to have a very intelligent mindset.
Really? I'm not toxic, girls. I'm like full of green
You're
flag.
Gemini. We've already established you're toxic. But it's interesting because when I owned a company in the modeling industry for a decade, and whenever new models would come into the agency, 18, 19, 20, they would always go through what we called hot guy phase, where they'd be dating some young hot guy, 6-pack, dangly earring, TikTok hair. Like these guys, they were like clones of each other. They all looked the same, right?
Uh-huh.
And once these girls were 21, 22, 23, they'd always be dating some normal looking guy. Like maybe dad bod, like if you put on a brown shirt and like dropped off your UPS package, like you wouldn't be surprised, right? But these guys were always extremely successful and ambitious and intelligent and almost always like 10, 15 years older.
Mm-hmm.
And it's interesting because guys like from Wisconsin, some of my friends, they didn't understand. They're like, these beautiful girls with like this guy? And I had to explain to them, yeah, like these girls, they have thousands of hot guys hitting on them. They get bored of the hot guys and now they want something with more substance and more intelligence and things.
Yeah, I agree. I totally agree. Like now I feel look, it's not the only thing. Definitely not the only thing.
Mm-hmm.
I feel for guy is their mindset. Like their wisdom.
Yeah.
That's more things are more like valuable, I think.
Mm-hmm.
But like I have the same question though. Why is there's like so many hot girls are dating normal look guys?
Normal looking guys.
Yeah.
Because girls don't care as much about looks and they care more about charisma, intelligence, confidence, things like that. And most young guys, they just haven't had the time to develop those traits yet. It takes a while to develop true confidence, not where you're super arrogant because you're hiding something. You act cocky because you're secretly insecure. But to develop true confidence, you have to go through things in life over and over, have problems, solve those problems, and then you start to build real, like, deep confidence because no matter what life throws at me, I'm going to figure it out. So I think that's kind of what happens.
Okay, how about you? Like, what make you stop your fuckboy ages? Arrow. What happened? Did you find your true love?
I have you heard the 3 loves theory?
No.
So people say you have 3 loves in your life. You have the first one is your puppy love. You don't even know what love is. You just fall in love for no reason. Second love is your toxic love. And then the third love is your true love, your soulmate kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
So the last girl I dated in my fuckboy era, she was the most beautiful soul I've ever met. I still remember our first date, right? I took her out to a nice dinner and we're walking back to the valet. She has this beautiful red dress on, right? And there's this homeless guy on the corner that's being super weird.
Mm-hmm.
So I go and I walk in between her and the homeless guy, just in case something happens. And she walks right past me. She reaches into her purse and grabs a Ralph's gift card. And she gives it to the homeless guy. And she talks to him for like 10 minutes about his life and his story while we're waiting for the valet, right? Another time, I go to her house and I open the door and this dog comes running up. I'm like, babe, when did you get a dog? And she comes out with a stack of papers, right? And turns out the dog was like on the side of the highway. And she like stops her car, gets the dog in the back, And we spend the next 5 hours going around town and like putting up posters and like, is this somebody's dog? Blah, 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 blah.
Oh, that's so romantic.
She was a very sweet girl. The reason we broke up is I was immature at the time. And I didn't understand that with that level of kindness always comes a level of inconvenience. So even when the dog story, right? Like we were supposed to go to the beach, have some margaritas, have a fun beach day. Instead, I'm running around town stapling fucking flyers to lampposts, right? So when we broke up, she had always wanted to go to Europe, right? She wanted to go to Paris because she was a nurse, but she did a lot of modeling. So she always wanted to visit Paris. And she could never go because she took care of her mom. Her mom like lived with her. Her mom like was a little bit older, stuff like that. And so for her birthday, I got her a trip to Europe. And I told her, I surprised her with it on her birthday. I'm like, hey, oh, by the way, her mom was like a complete bitch. Her mom, like abusive when she was younger. Her mom would like yell at her and stuff. I'm like, your daughter is literally sacrificing her 20s to take care of you. And her mom didn't care, right?
Yeah.
So I got her a trip to Europe. I'm like, don't worry about your mom. I'm paying a nurse to come in and like take care of your mom while we go to Europe. We'll have fun. And she looks at me. She's like, Zach, I love you to death, but like, I can't leave my mom. And we got in this big fight because I'm telling her, look, you need to set boundaries. Like, you can't let your mom control your life. You have to be independent at some point. And she said, Zach, family's family. And I ended up going on the Europe trip anyway. I took one of my guy friends and she broke up with me. And the reality is that at that time in my life, I was still a boy. I wasn't a man. I didn't deserve her. And after that, I kind of graduated my fuckboy days and I'm like, I don't need this anymore. You know what I mean? I don't need to fuck 100 girls to prove to my friends that I'm good enough and I have this validation. I'm good, you know?
Plus, you already experienced all kinds of women.
Yeah, I mean, that's true too.
You already collected
don't get me wrong. It was a fun
you collect all
8
the
years.
gallery. Yeah. So do you collect all the... Wait, should we say that? Like,
go for it.
Collect all the pieces, different races, different zodiac sign?
Oh, I've dated multiple different girls for sure.
Okay. All the races even? All the country?
Pretty much
international.
I typically end up with Asian girls and Latina girls, but it's not because I necessarily like that race better. It's just those girls are just more feminine. Okay. On average, like when I date white girls, there's a lot of times because of, I don't know if it's cultural, I don't know the reason, but they're more masculine energy. One girl, for example, we had been hooking up for probably like a month or something. And I give her a ride home and I try to like kiss her goodnight and she like turns the cheek on me. And I'm like, oh, are you like mad at me? Like, what's up? I'm like trying to communicate, right? And she's like, don't think you can just kiss me whenever you want to. And I was like, this is not a power move. I was literally just kissing you goodnight. It's not that big of a deal. But there's this attitude that happens a lot of times with white girls that, don't get me wrong, like do your thing, but like I'm not attracted to it. I'm attracted to girls who are much more feminine and caring and sweethearts.
Yeah,
like, that's just what
definitely.
I like.
Yeah.
You know?
Like me before, I hate myself. I wish I can be a man because I feel, men are so like powerful. They can do lots of things. I was like so weak. I cannot do lots of things guy do. But later I find out like feminine energy is very, very beautiful energy. Like, can't you see like women, they're always so pretty. And like, they're like you said, they're caring. They're very like, you know, like the long hair, flip hair things, like the eye contact. It's just so beautiful. Which, and also I don't think female energy means they're weak. It just means they handle things different.
I just think there's some level of like natural attraction that happens. And I'm a very dominant person. So like I think opposites attract in some way. And
yeah,
so,
like
I'm very
to reach the balance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When was your last relationship?
Was like a long time ago.
Okay.
Yeah. So that boyfriend, Actually, I haven't find a guy treat me as good as he did.
In what way?
He just gave me a lot of freedom to let me be myself.
In terms of like going out and partying with your friends, or in terms of like your personality?
I feel both. Like personality wise, and also because when I was with him, I was also at my like party era. I feel like I haven't explored everything yet, so I was very curious about lots of things. But he gave me that chance to explore other things and also let me fully grow as my own wishes. And he also very take care of my feeling. I feel he always put his feeling after my feelings.
Interesting.
I just feel, at least like now, I didn't find any guy like him like that. So it's a good memory, yeah.
And what originally attracted you to him when you first, how did you guys meet?
So we met through a friend. Originally I was attracted to him because he's very like gentle. Like he has a soft spot. I really like it. That's how I attract to him. Yeah.
And then so you have your relationship. It's very good, it sounds like. Or not? Was it toxic?
I think he's very good person, but I think we have a difference. I just think things we want in life are different.
I see.
But he definitely is a very good partner.
Well, in what way? Like he wanted to settle down and you didn't? Or what do you mean you wanted different things?
Like I want to come to Los Angeles, but he doesn't. And also, I feel he want to settle down, but I was not ready. And also, some like the value we see things are different. I feel, yeah. So we end up not together, but he's a very nice guy, and he treated me like really, really well.
So you broke up with him?
Yeah, because I have to come to Los Angeles, so we just.
It's interesting. Whenever girls tell me he's so nice, he's so sweet, anybody would be lucky to have him, I'm always like, okay, so you broke up with him, right? And they're like, yeah. And whenever girls say he's such an asshole, he's a narcissist, he's a sociopath, I'm like, okay, so he broke up with you, right? And they're like, yeah. And it's just so funny because it's like girls, the nice, sweet guys are always the guys that girls are breaking up with. And the toxic assholes are always the one that girls are not breaking up with. It's just interesting.
Oh my God, that's so toxic. I don't want to do that. But
you were
I
also
get what you're
moving,
saying,
so I
though.
do understand that.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't believe that long distance relationships work in 99% of cases.
But you can have a lot of freedom for long distance. Kind of like.
I mean, I guess also my love language is physical touch.
Okay, cool.
So I need, like, I just don't feel the same if like we can't do anything.
That's true. That's true.
What's your love languages?
Also physical touch. But I'm down to try long distance relationship.
Sounds brutal.
Sounds weird. I don't know. But because I feel like for long distance relationship, you have lots of freedom.
So then why didn't you do a long distance relationship with him if you're open to it? And he's such a great, amazing guy.
That's a good point. I guess I cannot. But I just think about the concept of long distance relationship.
Yeah.
You actually got a lot of freedom to, not in terms of getting with other people, but I don't know. Have you had long distance relationship?
I had in like when I was in college, for example, I dated a girl where during the summer, like she went back to her hometown. So we had like 3 months long distance, and then she eventually was coming back, right? So it was kind of like long distance, but for a short time frame. And then we're going to be together soon.
Okay. Because like me, like I mentioned to you before, I'm like, I like to spend time with myself. So I was wondering, maybe long distance relationship, maybe it's better for me because I have more time to with myself. But I don't know. I haven't tried yet.
Are you the type in relationships that you don't like spending every waking second together? You kind of like your space. Okay, that's what you come off as.
Yeah. Are you like that or no? You like spend most of time together?
No, I've never lived with a girl.
Yeah.
I've dated girls, long-term relationships. I've never lived with them because I'm like that. Like I can't, I just can't hang out 24/7.
Yeah.
We're just always hanging. Like I need to like, all right, I'm going to work, get my shit done, and then I'll come home and we can have fun. Whatever.
Yeah.
That's
I'm
just
like
my
that.
personality type.
I'm like that. I feel I need time to explore my own world, and then we come back together, have fun, like super intimate. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Do you party a lot?
I like party, but I would not say I like crazy party person.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel, cause now I feel like instead of going to party, it's better you focus on your own things, cause that would may take you higher level, higher
In the long run.
in the long run. Yeah.
And what are your goals for yourself?
I wanna be like retire earlier, and also have a career has lots of free time, and also have a career I can do like different project, not only like same thing over and over again.
And right now you're a content creator, correct? So what's the goal with that? Is it you make content? I think I saw you link to like your outfits, and then people buy your outfits, you get a percentage. I'm assuming that's how it works. Okay.
Yeah, definitely want to expand that part to be like more. So that's my goal. Yeah.
I know a lot of things about the algorithm and how that works. We should definitely chat later.
Yeah, definitely. Can't wait.
Yeah, I used to have a company where we would essentially throw events in like originally the modeling industry, and then it branched off into more like the influencer type of space. And so we started to develop all the strategies on like increasing your following and things like that. So,
Yeah, definitely we can talk more.
yeah, for sure.
Wait, I find it an interesting topic, but I'm not sure should I say that. In LA,
Say it.
I feel wait. I feel there's like people, they are like, they wanted to know more girls, but they don't know how to know more girls.
Like how to meet girls?
How to meet girls or meet hot girls type of thing. I feel like a pimp.
You feel like a pimp?
Not I feel like pimp, but I feel lots of, I'm not saying your company or
Yeah.
I'm just saying I feel in LA, I feel lots of guys, they want to meet hot girls and they want someone introduce them to hot girls.
Oh, you're saying there's a business opportunity.
Yeah.
I see.
I feel, yeah.
There definitely is. I mean, they're essentially like, even like promoters, right? That's essentially, not that they're pimps, because, well, some of them are. Some of them are legitimately pimps. But there are a lot of promoters who, you're not really selling the table at the club. You're really selling, hey, you're going to meet a bunch of hot chicks if you hang out at my table. That's really what you're selling to like rich guys who buy bottle service and do all these things.
Yeah, and Jeffrey Epstein, he's like that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just find, oh my God, that's also a business opportunity.
It definitely is in LA.
Yeah.
That's the thing about LA. It's interesting because a lot of people say LA is fake. And I agree. A lot of people lie about what they are. And I know this celebrity, I'm doing this crypto project, and it's all full of shit, right? But at the same time, people are very honest about what they want.
Yeah.
And people here are like, I want to be rich. I want to get hot chicks. I want to be famous. I want to get 1 million followers, whatever it is. And there is a level of honesty to that, where in Wisconsin, where I grew up, people aren't like that. People pretend, no, I don't care about looks. All I care about is... They actually do.
Yeah.
I don't care about money, but actually you kind of do care about money.
I don't like that. I like more straightforward. Like if you want it, just say it. Yeah, and go for it. Work for it. I like that attitude.
I agree.
So do you think you like the fake type of culture in LA, or you think it's fine?
I don't like the fake culture, but I like the hustle culture. I like the energy and being around people who everybody's trying to make it. Everybody's trying to blow up. Everybody's trying to get rich. There's something about that. And granted, what most people do, because they don't want to put in the work required to get rich, is they want to try to figure out a way to pretend like they're rich, right? So they rent a Lambo, or they take a picture with their friend's Lambo and post it on Instagram or whatever. But I do like the energy of people are trying to make it, which is like in Wisconsin, it's very much a culture of, my dad worked at the factory for 40 years. I'm going to work at the same factory he did for 40 years. And then I'm going to retire and like watch the Packers till I die. You know, it's very much that culture.
Yeah. Like I feel like when I come to LA, I feel lots of people, they're like, they tell you they like you, but they actually talk shit behind you.
Especially girls.
Yeah.
Or you find guys too.
I find guys too, but mostly girls. But I don't know. I feel sometimes this is like a technique to social. Because if you hate someone, you don't want to show them you hate them, right? You have to like pretend be nice. So I kind of get used to of this fakeness of LA, because I feel this is a way like people live in this city. They wear a mask so they can be faster adopt to new society type of thing.
It's interesting. I never understood this till the first like very beautiful girl I dated. When I was 25, I started dating this model and I started seeing her lifestyle. And before that, I'd always thought, okay, you're a hot girl in LA. Your life is easy. Free drinks, free dinners, trip to Tulum, your sugar daddies, whatever. But then seeing her lifestyle, I realized with every opportunity comes these invisible strings attached, right?
Exactly.
And
there is
then,
always a price behind that, like the cost. Yeah.
And then on top of that, it's hard to tell what girls are your friends and what girls are secretly jealous about you and will talk shit behind your back. It's hard to tell what guys are your friends and what guys secretly want to fuck you. And if you reject them, they get butthurt and mad and talk shit behind your back.
Wait, I feel guys do that a lot.
Yeah, for sure. Guys have very big egos, and if you hurt their ego...
Yeah, like I remember like one time I went to an after party and I saw just like party. So I like very excited, went there. But it turns out they're actually getting girls to fuck. So there's like one guy, I went to his after party and I think he trying to sleep with me, but I like strictly said no. And he was like so mad. He was like, oh, why are you coming here? Even like, why are you coming here? You don't know, like this after party is for like da-da-da. I'm like so shocked. I just don't get it. Like why guys get angry when you don't sleep with them.
It's an ego thing for sure.
Really? But on this, like it's a mutual thing.
Because they feel hurt, like I'm not good enough for you. When in reality, it's actually interesting because not only is it kind of morally a bad strategy, but also just even from a practical standpoint. It's like, let's say you talk a girl for 2 hours, right? Then you ask her on a date, she's like, no, like you're not my type, whatever. Okay, you could get angry and butthurt, and then you just like, whatever. Maybe you try to like, you feel better about it or something. Or you could say, okay, let's be friends. And then maybe she will introduce you to her friend and her friend likes you. Or maybe you go to the club one night with her and like, you know, some girl like gets jealous and thinks you're together. So now this girl likes you. And it's like, why would you ruin and burn that bridge when you could be friends or you could be business partners? There's could be so many other ways that you will help each other.
Yeah.
But guys' egos get in the way.
Okay.
Yeah.
And also I know lots of a girl, if they feel like strong intention from a guy to have a sex, they don't want to. But if things happen naturally, it will happen. So I think they should better strategize. Maybe like be natural and things will happen.
You're probably right.
Yeah, right?
All right, Jocelyn, we are about out of time. I got a couple rapid fire questions for you.
Okay.
Favorite food?
Chicken wing.
Really?
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
What's the best chicken wing spot?
There is a chicken wing spot called BHC. Guys, you should definitely try it. It has different flavor. It has butter powder. It's really fun.
Interesting. Favorite candy?
Reese's.
Yes, I love Reese's too.
Yeah.
We can be friends now, even though you're a Gemini.
What sign are you?
I'm the best one.
Which
Pisces.
one? Pisces. You're Pisces. They say Pisces men are toxic.
I know. I used to be very toxic, I told you.
Because they say like Pisces men are very emotional.
You know, it's funny because I'm probably the least emotional person that I know. All my friends say, Zach, you never cry, you never get in your feelings, you never blah, blah, blah.
But do you cry when you're alone?
Not really. I mean, every so often, you know, if like someone dies, okay, but like not like, oh, like this girl rejected me. Oh, I'm so sad. Like not like that kind of shit.
Okay. So you like basically take all the emotion to yourself.
Stuff them deep down in my psyche.
Oh my God.
Where they belong.
Okay.
What's your favorite first date spot or activity?
Abandoned building. Someone please take me to abandoned buildings. Let's have some different date.
Oh my God. Next, what's the next travel destination you've never been but you want to go?
Japan.
Interesting.
Yeah, I've never been there. I really want to go.
Do you like sushi?
I do.
It's like my favorite food.
And I also want to go to see the porn industry in Japan.
Why?
I just heard it's everywhere. I heard
it's
so easy to have access. So I wanted to have a look. By the way, I heard you can watch people having sex in Tokyo. So I want to go.
Like in real life, like porn shows?
No, real people having sex. You can watch it. I want to watch people having sex.
Interesting. You seem very sexually open.
I just want to watch, but not like participate.
Oh, okay.
Not that crazy. Not that freaky.
Not yet.
Just watch. Yeah.
All right. We're about out of time. Where can people find you? Any Instagram you want to shout out? Anything like that?
Yes, guys, find me on Instagram. IG is purple5boo. Find me.
Awesome. Well, this has been fun. Thanks for listening.